हरे कृष्ण। जय गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, जय गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यमुना तीर वनचारे, यमुना तीर वनचारे, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी, जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तुतस डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की, इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तुतस डिवाइन ग्रेस शिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की, नामाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की, प्रेम से गौ श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवाश्रति गौर भक्त की। All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदामयं दधाति स्वपदान्तिकं, वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतापदकमलं, श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं सग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पदानुसहगना श्रीललिता श्रीविशाखावितंस्य। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कंचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Happy New Year to everybody. I thought I can, first of all, thank you for giving me an opportunity to serve all of you. I thought I can continue the regular Srimad Bhagavatam class going on here. It is from the 10th canto, chapter 1, Advent of Lord Sri Krishna. And today's last text they had done was 34. So I'm going to do next text number 35. So 10:1:35, if you want to get on your phone. 10:1:35. Iti yukta sakhala papo bhojanam kulapam sanaha bhaginim hantum arabdam khadakpani kase agrahit iti yukta sakhala papo bhojanam kulapam sanaha bhaginim hantumarabdam khadakpani kache grahit iti yukta sakhala papo bhojanam kulapam sanaha bhaginim hantumarabdam khadakpani kache grahit Vaishnavis. Iti yukta sakhala papo. Iti yukta sakhala papo. iti yuktaha, thus being addressed, saha, he Kamsa, khala, envious, papaha, sinful, Bhojanam, of the Bhoj dynasty, Kulapamsanaha, one who can degrade the reputation of his family, Bhaginim, unto his sister, Antumarabdam, being inclined to kill, Khadagpani, taking a sword in his hand, Kashe, hair, Agrahit, took up. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Kamsa was a condemned personality in the Bhoj dynasty because he was envious and sinful. Therefore, upon hearing this omen from the sky, he caught hold of his sister's hair with his left hand and took up his sword with his right hand to sever her head from her body. Heavy, isn't it? Purport. Kamsa was driving the chariot and controlling the reins of his left hand. But as soon as he heard the omen that his sister's eighth child would kill him, he gave up the reins, caught hold of his sister's hair, and with his right hand took up the sword to kill her. Before he had been so affectionate that he was acting as his sister's chariot driver. But as soon as he heard that his self-interest and his life was at risk, he forgot all affection for her and immediately became a great enemy. This is the nature of the demon. No one should trust a demon despite any amount of affection. Aside from this, a king, a politician, or a woman cannot be trusted, since they can do anything abominable for their personal interest. Chanakya Pandit therefore says, Visvaso naiva kartavyaha strishu raja kulaishu cha. So let's just, what is text 34 was? Let's talk about that first. The text 27 to text 35 is the continuation of the marriage of Devaki and Vasudeva and the prophecy. And text 34 was the prophecy. The Kamsa was driving the chariot and Vasudeva and Devaki, they have just got married. So usually it is a custom that the brother brings his sister to her brother-in-law's place. So that was Kamsa was doing. And suddenly, and he was, brother, sister have a very close relationship. Even in our families we know. So Kamsa and Devaki had a good, and Devaki always tried to, provide brothers whatever needs. Brother, sister usually do that. So here, Kamsa being thinking nice to be, so he's taking the chariot, driving the chariot. And suddenly these sounds come from the air, from the up, which is actually demigods, that you stupid rascal, the eighth son of the person who is riding is going to kill you. Now, this prophecy, the demigods had that prophecy, and it was a harsh word. Kamsa is not an ordinary person. Even he's a demon, but he's not an ordinary person. And here the prophecy comes, heavy prophecy. You rascal. That's heavy words to say some the king, So here, because according to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, because they didn't want to have a good relationship, Devaki and the Kamsa. They want to antagonize. Because let them be angry. Let him be angry with her. You see. That's one thing. Second point was that Vasudeva, when he was born, and when he was born, all the bugles and everything was, the demigods were up. They were playing the bugles and all the instruments. So Vasudeva's mother had already told Vasudeva that the Lord is going to born in your family. So Vasudeva knew about it. And Vasudeva had already told Devaki that in our family, the Lord is going to born. Lord is going to appear. See. So Devaki, when she heard this sound coming from that eighth son, that said Devaki was happy. Because the sound is saying that the eighth son is going to appear from her womb. And of course it was also understood, it was through this message, it was also understood that the sixth son of Marichi being killed by Kamsa would be delivered from their curse. Because there was curse of the six sons Marichi from the previous history, we know that. Kamsa meant to kill the six sons, and the six sons meant to appear from the womb of Devaki. So, and the six sons represent the Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Matsarya. Envy, greed, all these bad qualities. Of course, the Devaki is not an ordinary person. But it's showing that how the before Lord appears, this we have to remove all these six anarthas from our heart. This enemy is within, enemy is not outside. Enemy is within us, and this enemy is in the form of the six anarthas. See? So that's the text 34. Now text 35 here, Kamsa is angry. Of course, he would naturally he would get angry. I mean, the sound is coming. You will be finished. Eighth son is going to kill you, right? But the point is that the Kamsa had many bad qualities, but two main qualities he's mentioned Kamsa about: the envy and he was sinful. These are the two main qualities here described. So it is because everything he did, everything he did for his own self-interest. And everything he did for his own sense gratification. And in material world, that's what it is. Who is number one? He said, I am the number one. In America it says, who is number one? I am the number one. Means I am the one who is the main person. So this material world is full of envy. And we were envious, that's why we are here in this material world. Right? Whom we were envious of? Krishna. So originally it starts with envious to Krishna. So when we are envious of Krishna, we are envious of other people. When we love Krishna, we love everybody. Right? We are envious of Krishna means we are envious of other living entities. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying this, the affection of material people is flickering because the persons who cannot control his senses. Person who cannot control his senses is difficult to trust. Flickering. That's what it's saying here, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Say the sense gratification and Krishna consciousness do not go together. See. And this transforming to hate without regard for religious principles, and most shameful even in the eyes of the common man, so that the person can even murder. And we see this, right? We see even in the family. With family, the parents love their son and daughter, you see. But when son and daughter goes above, everybody has some self-interest. Material world means a self-interest. Devotees don't have a self-interest. Devotee is to see other people's interest. Right? Srila Prabhupada didn't have a self-interest. He had interest for other people, to bring them to Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada was seeing the soul within the body. He was not seeing the body. There is doesn't matter, white skin, black skin, brown skin, doesn't matter. Srila Prabhupada was not seeing. He was seeing the soul within the body. And Srila Prabhupada was thinking that this soul is suffering in this material. Let me help him. Let me uplift his consciousness. That is a devotee. So, so here, I thought we can discuss more about his envy today. There is a nice class was given by one Mataji, and I'm going to talk about that. Nirmat Saranam Satam. How many times in Srimad Bhagavad Gita is mentioned about this envy? Krishna says to Arjuna, I am giving you this knowledge because you are non-envious. Bhagavad Gita 3:31, 9:1, 12 chapter, 13 text 13, 14, 16 chapter text 18, 16 chapter text 19, 18 chapter text 67. These all are mainly about envy. And also in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, first canto, first chapter, I think text 2, or first canto, second chapter, text 2. Nirmatsaranam satam. Second verse, right? Yeah. So it's about Nirmatsara, Matsara, fish. The big fish, if you say in the ocean, the big fish kills the small fish. See? So, and this in which envy is the king of all the anarthas. In our heart there is a Vyasasan. And a Vyasasan is supposed to be Radha Kalachand is sitting, or Radha Shyam should be sitting on this Vyasasan. But who is sitting on that Vyasasan as a king? Envy. And around envy is the other Kama, Krodha, Lobha, all these other guards are with this king. So envy is the king. See? So we have to, and material world is full of envy. Competition with others. The reason is envy. See? It's like a child. Child wants to drive a car. So what the father do? Father have sit the child in his lap, right? And father is giving the child the steering wheel, right? And who is actually controlling the brake and the accelerator? Father, right? But the child is thinking that I'm driving the car. So this is situation. I am the doer. But who am I actually? I'm an instrument. I'm not the doer. See? So, and who are we envy of? In the spiritual world, in the society of Hare Krishna society, whom are we envy of? The Prabhu, person who is senior to me, I will not be envy. Prabhu senior, he is senior to me, right? Hare Krishna. And the person who is lower, person who is just joined, he is a new bhakta. So I'm not envious. But person who is on my equal, God brother and God sister, sometimes we are envious of each other. Of course, Sridhar Swami is describing all 4 kinds of envies. We'll talk about it. It is khala. Khala here mentioned the word khala. Khala means here it says envy. So there is a Irsha Kalushya, Pratapkar, Chikitsa Kalushya, Amarsha Kalushya, and Asuya Kalushya. These are the 4 Srila Sridhar Swami is mentioning. But let's talk about this detail. So, the Irsha Kalushya is something which is others have which I don't have it. Neighbor has Tesla, whatever called Tesla, whatever you call them. Tesla, how do you pronounce it? Tesla. So the next neighbor will say, next wife would say to husband, or husband would say, I think we should get Tesla too. They have it. Right? This is Irsha Kalusha. They have this, they have this, they have this. I don't have it. My friend has this. My sister has this. I should have this too, right? This is Irsha Kalusha. Envy of others. There was one tantric, you must have heard of, right? There was a tantric and he would provide everything. He would, whatever benediction he was, he would provide that. He would fulfill that. You must have heard of it, right? So one gentleman went to the tantric and said, please give me 2 cars, give me 2 garages, give me 2-story building, give me two, right? Everything. So tantric said, be it, so be it, you will have it. And the man was so happy, so he just ran to his home telling his wife to get the wife. But tantric had also said that whatever you have, your neighbor will have double. But he didn't hear that. He was so happy that I'm going to have 2 cars and 2 garage and 2-story building, everything, two, everything. Not 2 wives, only 1 wife. 2 is difficult. So he went home, and what happened? He has everything, but he saw outside was a window, and he saw outside the door, and he said, my gosh, my neighbor has 4 cars, 4 Tesla, Volvo and whatever, right? And 4 garages, and 4-story building, everything 4. So this person is thinking, how is that possible? I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask tantric to have a double here. He asked, I'd ask only for myself. So he went to the tantric and he's saying to the tantric that, look at, how is it? I ask only for myself. How is it my neighbor has double? Well, sir, you not hear what I told you. I had told them. So then the man said, okay, why don't you do this way? You take my one eye off. So what's going to happen to the neighbor? He'll be blind. He deserved that. So this is the envy. This is the envy. See? Hmm? When someone glorify in front of you, let's take practically. If someone is glorifying you in front of you, are you happy? Are you more happy? Or you are not happy at all? What would you say? Be honest, Are we happy? We are not happy. We are more happy, really. Lord in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the example is given that Lord Chaitanya, the Damodar Pandit and his younger brother Shankar Pandit, they both were brothers. And the Shankar Pandit was younger one. Damodar was older. So Lord Chaitanya is in front of Damodar Pandit, his brother glorifying the Shankar Pandit. Lord Chaitanya is glorifying Shankar Pandit. So what do you think Damodar Pandit was thinking? He was happy. He was happy that Lord is glorifying my younger brother. But in our case, what would happen? Second is, when other commit mistake, am I happy or not happy? Not happy. Right? So otherwise, if we are envious, what would we say? He deserved that. He didn't know how to do the things. Huh? Yeah. Otherwise, you will say, but out of envy, this is what we think. Yeah, he deserves it. He didn't know. He doesn't know how to do it. The person would oversee some mistake. Devotee oversee the mistake which someone does. You just will do it. That's another symptom of envy is that when I come to think, I don't need to learn or hear anybody. I know everything. Is envy. But there is always an improvement in learning. Krishna conscious knowledge is so broad. How much can you grasp? Little tiny brain. Lord Ananta Sesha with 1,000 hood is not able to describe all the qualities in Krishna's pastime. So what we are, how much we can know? There is always something to learn in Krishna consciousness. Whether you are young or old doesn't matter. It is envy. When I think everyone respect me, when I join to Hare Krishna's, I am Mr. John, right? Bhakta John, right? And Bhakta John is joining to the Hare Krishna movement, and he sees this Prabhu is giving good class, This Prabhu is doing good kirtan. This Prabhu is playing nice mridanga and nice kartal and nice harmonium, and this Prabhu knows so many slokas. I should be also like this. I should be like this. I should be like that. Right? Think. Isn't it? We think. But then after joining, Bhakta John he get initiated, so he becomes Jagannath Prabhu. Right? Huh? His name is Jagannath Prabhu. From the Das became Prabhu. And then he goes up, he wants to become Mahaprabhu. But Mahaprabhu is already there. So we forget what the purpose we have come to join. We forget. This temple is not going to run without me, Prabhu. We think that way. This envy. See? We become conditioned this way. He thinks that I want to live to be correct. Actually, person who is envious, he thinks that I want to live to correct others. The person who is non-envious, he thinks that I want to live to correct myself. But he thinks that way. We all think that way sometimes. I am here, Prabhu, to correct you. I am okay. I am perfect. I am Mahaprabhu. This is envy. See? We find faults in others unnecessarily. See? There is no need, there is unnecessarily find faults. No tolerance, get angry very easily. See? If you are pushed by someone, you are standing in the line for prasad, and you are pushed by someone, get angry. Cannot tolerate. We find faults. It says, Gunayak means person see the good qualities in others. This is not envious. Person sees always good qualities. These all are applying me to also, okay? I'm not just here. I'm just preaching myself by giving this class. It happened to be, what can I do? It was envy here mentioned. So it says that the Gunaikadarshi means you see the good qualities in others. Then Doshaikadarshi means see the bad qualities in others. Then Gunadosadarshi means you see some good qualities, some bad qualities. But this Dosagunadarshi means he is cynical. He doesn't see the good qualities, he sees all the bad qualities in someone. Kamsa was like that. Who were Kamsa's associates? Putana, Trinavarta, Saktasura, Agasura, Bakasura. Right? These were all his associates. So the person who is those Gunadarshi, anything that person you will never satisfy him or her. You will never make her or him happy. When you say, if the Ekadasi is there, and then if you are fasting and chanting 64 rounds, let's say, so the person who is envious will say, Srila Prabhupada didn't say fasting. You have to eat something, right? Or if you don't fast, then he said, Ekadasi means fasting, Prabhu. Right? You are sense gratifying. Or if you chant 64 rounds, then he would say, what are you doing here? You should go for preaching. Srila Prabhupada said, go for preaching, book distribution. Why are you chanting 64 rounds here, sitting here? Go for preaching. Or if you go for, if you say, I want to build a temple, Srila Prabhupada didn't say the big, make a big temple, go for book distribution. He said book distribution, go for book distribution. He didn't say temple. Or if you go for book distribution, then he would say, first you have to build a big temple, then book distribution. That's what Srila Prabhupada said. So this is all going on. This is international society, so always someone you find like that. The crabs, when the crabs is in the bucket, and one crab tried to go up, then what other crab do? Pull him down. This is what the envious people do. Someone goes up in spiritual life, you wanna pull him down, pull her down, right? Instead of glorifying that, see, Prabhu, how you are nicely doing service. This is envy. So our nature should be not like a crab. We will not serve others, but we want to be served by others. So this is the envy, is this king sitting. Fisherman, if you see the fisherman, he will try to catch good fish for himself. If he's selling the fish, what he will do? Good fish for himself, kept in all the other fish he will sell for selling. See? So, now envy is not something envy is not gross, it is subtle. For example, Daksha was envious of Lord Shiva. Right? I mean, Lord Shiva was the Vaishnava Yatha Sambhu. But Daksha was envious. Daksha was thinking that, my grandfather, Brahma, have my daughter married to this guy who doesn't wear even any dress. He has ashes on his body. And snake around his neck, where the garland of the skulls. But he didn't see the good qualities in Shiva. It's envious. Gopal Chapal, envy of Srivas Thakur. Right? These are subtle envy. When someone is giving the class and someone whom you don't get along, and in the class is, he meant to deserve to sit down in class and hear this class, not me. Do we think sometimes like that? Sometimes, yes. If you are not getting along with someone and the speaker is speaking about that point which he is the man, she means to hear this, not me. Right? I'm glad they are in the class. See? So what is the solution? We talked about all these amersas, we talked all the comers. The last Asuya Kalusya is very difficult to remove. Asuya Kalusya is something you find difficult to remove. Someone giving a class, he didn't say what he knows about giving the class, he didn't say this point, he didn't say that point, or someone is leading the kirtan, he is not a good kirtan man, I have to be here. Let me get out from here. Am I coming here to see who who is leading the kirtan, or I'm coming here for the darshan of the Lord and hearing the sound vibration of the samsara dhava. What I'm coming for here? This is envy. And this is all we do all the time. Sometimes. See. So what is the solution then? We have to find a solution. There should be, we talk everything about negative, but now let's talk about the positive. What should we do? We have to find out, we have to introspect, and I should find whom am I envious of? The individual have to think about it individually. Whom am I envious of? So you make a list. Make a list of all the people who are envious of. And what do? You make a list, and then you find, you write down, and you write down all the good qualities in that person. Find the good qualities. It's difficult, believe me. Even one day if you sit down and you think that today I'm not gonna think anything bad about anybody. Particularly at least my associates. And I'm not gonna even think of it. Try it. It will be difficult. So we have to try to write down the good qualities in each individual. For 1 month, do it 1 month, every day. For 1 month. Write down all the good qualities of that person. Glorify the devotees. It is said in Padma Purana that when you glorify devotees, 1% of that qualities comes to you. Whatever glorify, the 1% quality, good quality comes in your heart. But if you are taking bad, what's going to happen? Same thing in my heart will be the bad things. Before you try to throw the burning coal, and think that I'm going to throw the burning coal on someone else, well, what's going to happen? Your hands itself is going to burn before you throw to someone else. See? So try for 1 month and respect other devotees, not superficially. Prabhu vancha kalpatarupasya kripa sindhu bevacha. Not superficially. See? Guru Dev Kripa Bindu Diya Sakala Samana. Give me Shakti to glorify, respect other devotees, strength. Pray. Then I'll be able to chant holy name. If you want to continue chanting the holy name, if I am envious, how am I going to continue chanting the holy name? Srila Prabhupada was so expert that he has conglomerate all different cultures in under one umbrella. That's proves, that's a yes. He has conglomerate all different cultures, right? Together under one umbrella. To learn, to figure it out that Prabhu's, we all are spirit souls, we are not this body. See? Always connect with Lord. You love the Lord, then you can love others. Because Lord, who is always rich, He is rich. He is Purna Purushottam. He has everything. Right? So if you love, then you want to love others also. Bhoktaram jagatapasam sarvalok maheshwaram suridam sarvabhutvanam gyattamam santim richati. Peace. When you love Lord, Lord will love you. And then you will not affected by, you will not affected by what others says. That's another point. We are so much affected by what others says about me. But if you love a Lord is the richest person. If you love the Lord, Puna Purushottam, then what other will say, what does make a difference? Problem is we are beggar, not giver. Between husband and wife, both are beggar. Right? Give me this, give me this, give me this, both husband and wife. Right? I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. Does it happen? The marriage life? Instead of I want to give, I want to give, I want to give, I want to give. That's why it says, between the couple put the supreme couple. This is the secret of the happy marriage life. Put Radha Krishna in the center. When you water the root of the tree, then all the branches and the leaves are already satisfied. Giving consciousness instead of just. Don't expect anything. There is a nice saying I heard from Keshav Swami. Famous Keshav Swami from London. This is a nice quote. He said, live without pretending. Means honesty. Hear without defending. Means hear without defending. Then speak without offending, sensitivity. And love without depending, purity. Usually we depend. When I love someone means I'm expecting something depending. There is no love in material world anyhow. So this is nice to think. Not compare others, not compare with others. Good one, isn't it? Everyone. Neighbor's son has, neighbor's friend, neighbor's son got 95% of the mark and my son or my daughter got 85%. Look, he got 95%. You have to get 97 in next exam. Compare others. You stay happy. We all have all good quality. Lord has given all the good qualities to all of us. So use that quality in Krishna consciousness. That's what Krishna consciousness means. Whatever qualities you have, use in the service of the Lord according to your quality. Everybody cannot be a pujari, everybody cannot be a president, everybody cannot be a commander, everybody cannot be a, cook. No. We all have some good qualities, we use that quality in the service. So that's that's what Krishna consciousness is. In the Vrindavan, cow is giving milk, and the peacock is, dancing. Cow is not thinking that I have to become peacock and I have to also dance. Or peacock doesn't think that I have to give a milk. No. Cows gives the milk, I'm happy with it. Peacock dancing is happy with it. Peacock is happy. So that's what the Vrindavan consciousness is. See? As per my capacity, I offer my service to the Lord. There is no competition. Good sadhana, association. You are whom you associate with. 1 minute bad association will bring bad quality in us. This is important. Sadhu Sangha. Love matra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi hoy. Right? It will change our whole perspective. Association. Charamukhe Bhai Dekhin, there is Bengali song. By saying someone, forget Lord, don't see him. That means I'm not going to see other devotees. That's from tomorrow if I see someone and he or she doesn't remind me of Krishna, I'm not going to see that person. Give us no more talk. When you don't understand something, then find out which anartha is coming in my way. Krishna consciousness is simple, but not, it's simple, right? It's simple, just say follow Puruguru, chant 16 rounds, but not easy to follow. Prasadam is there, nice prasadam, 16 rounds, So the gratitude, thank to the Lord for what I have given by what He has given to me. Thank every day. Lord is so kind that Lord is allowing me to, come to this Kirtan 50 festival. Lord is so kind that I am having nice pizzas and good prasadam. Thank. Okay. So these are some of the points I thought I can, my time is, I think, I'm going over time, I think. Am I? I'm done, right? So I thought some of these points, according to here, it is mentioned in the purport about Kamsa being envious and sinful. So I thought I can discuss some of these points. Okay? Prasadam time, right? Any questions, any comments? Okay, there is no mic.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you Thank you so much for the class. You started saying that, when somebody glorifies you, do you feel happy or what do you feel? And then you said towards the end that be honest. For me that is be honest.
Be honest.
Yeah. So if I put that together, it becomes contradicting for me. Because if somebody glorifies me, I feel happy. And then if I feel happy, that might be envy, my ego, it is satisfying my ego. But that's the honest side of me. That if somebody says, oh, you dressed nicely, or you cooked nicely, I become very happy. I even sometimes forget to say all glories to Guru and Gauranga. So, if I am honest, it makes me happy that when somebody says something nice about me. Of course, I know end of it is Krishna who is doing it, it is Radharani's mercy.
Mm.
But how do I put that together? And I have a follow-up too. So.
Well, first of all, we are brought up in a culture where sometimes someone doesn't have even the by heart to say someone to nice thing. Just out of say, oh Prabhu, dress nicely, Prabhu, you did this. Are they really meant really by heart? When husband loves a wife and just husband just, out of just glorifies, he knows that he wants something from me. Am I right? He wants something from me, so that's why. So is he really loving by heart? Why he's saying really? And ladies usually have the feelings. By the feelings they can catch it very easily. Am I right? Yes. So it is depend on who is telling and what. So someone says, Prabhu dress nicely today. Thank you, Prabhu. I would have done something better than what I did, but I did. Thank you. Right? Is that okay?
And also, I really like the point when you are mentioning that listen without defending. Listen without defending.
Yes.
And that is also comes from a place, I like somebody when that person is saying, or if I consider somebody as an authority, if that person is saying, then it is easier to listen without defending. But if I know that somebody, as you said, like somebody is a peer or somebody, like then it is like both of us are addressing the same deities or similar deities, and then that person says, it's very obvious to, at least for me, that, oh, must be envious of me, that's why does not like my dressing and saying things. So I was thinking that also, that listen without defending is a wonderful thing to practice, at least for me. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Here she goes. He is going to taste me now. Go ahead.
Yes, you're right. I'm just wondering, what is really the wrong with feeling happy when someone says something nice to you? Because, it doesn't seem like it's necessarily... Envy means you feel bad when someone else is glorified, or you feel happy when someone else is criticized. But if someone is saying something nice to you and you're just like, oh, you feel like appreciated and valued and happy that, you're
Nothing
useful.
wrong in it. But the point is that the person who is telling with he is telling by heart, or is just... Most of the time it's tendency for our devotees to say something which is not by heart. When it's by heart, then you feel that, oh, this person is really saying, just not out of mind, but out by heart he's saying something about me. So let me take it seriously and say, okay, thank you, Prabhu. If I say something to you by heart, you will accept it. See? And you will feel it, that, oh, he meant it. But if I just say by mentally, it's okay. But I'm not going to take it by heart. See? So it's nice to say someone. Of course it's nice to say something, but let's have the people, you first have to win the people's trust. Then people's heart will change, then people will hear. See? Otherwise, I sit and give a good class here, it's okay. But I win trust of you, then you will really feel what I'm saying is you will really accept it. So it's need the trust of the people. We have to win the trust of the people around us. Is it okay?
Yeah. Maybe I misunderstood. I thought that when you were asking those kind of rhetorical questions, it was a way of us to introspect and see if we're envious. How do you feel when this happens? How do you feel when that happens? If so, then you're envious. So then I was thinking, well, how is that necessarily envious? If you feel happy, if you're appreciated.
Of course, that's what we learn. We appreciate others, of course. We should do that.
Okay.
I
Thank
hope
you.
I answered your question.
It's just saying that it's, yeah, I think I got it. Hare Krishna.
You answer your own question. Let me know.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna,
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Bhadra Prabhu, thank you for the wonderful discussion. Okay, so I think my question might have just gotten answered, but I'm going to ask it anyway to make sure. So I was thinking about, something similar related to, we like when devotees, they may approach us in a certain mood, but we don't necessarily know if it's like a sincere, heartfelt thing. So for example, recently, like I had a communication with a peer, someone who I consider my equal. And
Equal, but you have good relation with them.
Yeah, a friend.
Deep relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that person was asking me like, please correct me. Please give me, instruction when I do something wrong.
He's telling you to do.
Yeah. And I was like, whoa. And so, I was thinking on one hand like, okay, well this person asked me to do something, so if I don't do it, then I'm like not honoring this person's request. And on the other hand, like Vaishnav etiquette also says that like this person's my peer, I shouldn't make it my business to correct them because they have more qualified people that can be doing that. So is it the same case where like we just have to try and understand like if it's really like something coming from the heart, or like how should my response be in a situation like that?
Well, if he's your peer and you have good relationship, then of course you can tell that person if he's asking something and you tell something which is, you notice it, right? If he's your peer, if you have good relationship, and he will listen, or he or she will listen to you. Because you are telling with a good intention. It depends on what is your intention. If your intention is good because he is your peer, you have good relation with him. If you say something, then he will listen and with a good intention. But if he's not, then he might listen or might not listen. It's all depend on that's why we need a good relation with, our peers and our mentor. That's why we need a mentor. The society is lacking the mentors. That's what society is lacking. I'm traveling everywhere and all the youth have so many problems, but there is no mentor to guide them. All the youth. We need that. Okay? Any other question? She has a question, no?
It's okay. Thank you for the nice class, Prabhu. I was just thinking about...
Can you speak louder?
Yes. I just had a question, like, for example, like, if you are experiencing, like, you are not envious of someone.
You are experienced.
You are not envious of someone, but you are experiencing, like, okay, someone might be envious of you.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what do you do in that situation? Do you just leave it like it's their problem, it's not your problem? Or you just protect yourself? Or, like, what exactly do you do?
Well, if you feel someone is envious of you, that's what your point, right? You say you feel that person is envious of me.
Yes.
But what should you do? That's
Yes.
your question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends on your relationship. This material world is filled with envy. Whatever I'm giving in the class, everybody's going to accept what I'm saying. Someone must be envious somewhere. Who is this guy is coming and telling us what to say, what to do? Isn't it? Someone must be thinking. Who? I don't. It doesn't matter to me. Right? I'm quoting the scriptures. What I'm saying is here and there. So that will be there. Now if I have some relationship with and someone say to correct me, yeah, I would accept it. Right? This material world is filled with envy. And in the International Society for Krishna Consciousness also is there. Might be in the subtle way, is there. Within our heart is there. Is sitting with my heart is there. So I'll have to learn. I'll have to, if I want to continue chanting Hare Krishna, if I want to go back home, back to Godhead, I'll have to work on it. Right? So all these points are working on all of us, working on these points. So we have to introspect ourselves. Where am I? Where that envy is coming? For what? For who? For obeisances. By the mind. And any person whom we are envious of you, or you are envious of, offer obeisances by mind. What is, there are 3 ways to do it? That is said. Seek and correct me. That persons whom, persons who are above you, you are envious of, offer obeisances to them. If you cannot go in front, offer obeisances, say as if he is standing in front of me and I am offering obeisances. Offer obeisances in front of the deities when the person is there. My Lord, I am envious of this person, please help me. We have to work on it. We all have to work on it. If you want to go home back to Godhead. Right? It's okay? Yes.
Hare Krishna.
I got the, what do you call the mouse from the box? What a Pandora box, what do you call? What do you call in English? Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for the class. Prabhu, you made one point that love without dependency. So when I see this with Krishna, so I feel like for me, love automatically have some dependency. I will be dependent on Krishna. Like, okay, he is the, like if I see love without dependency on Krishna, it changes.
Love without depending is purity.
Yeah.
If you have purity in your heart, then you will not depend everything. The Krishna, if you have purity, you will understand that Krishna is going to take care of me. Krishna is everything, and I don't have to ask to Krishna. Krishna will automatically take care of me.
So this is also a dependency, like I see it also as a dependency that, okay, I am totally dependent on Krishna.
Of course we are always.
So how do I see it? Because it changes the relationship. If I see not dependent, then it changes my relationship with him.
She has made a point. Let her tell.
I think the way that Maharaj meant that, love without dependency, is my love doesn't depend on what you do for me or how you respond to me. Or
Thank you.
yeah, it doesn't mean that I don't depend on you. It means that my love for you doesn't, it's unconditional. It doesn't depend on anything.
Thank you. Thank you for correcting. You got it? Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for the nice class. I was remembering one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam where Narad Muni is telling Yudhishthir Maharaj that simply by stopping sense gratification, one can conquer envy. Mm-hmm. So envy we have because we are trying to be the enjoyers. We are trying to be the centers.
Yes, because
so
I want to gratify my senses.
Right. So it means it's coming from lust. So there is a gross and subtle lust, honor, prestige, and respect for myself. So does envy is coming from lust? Why is it regarded as a different artha then?
Because we were envy of Krishna because look at him, he is getting all the offerings. What about me? We cook 4 offerings, he gets everything, not me. Envy. Right?
Yeah, right. So envy towards Krishna is now shown as envy towards others. So if we are envious towards others, we know that we are far away from going back to Godhead.
We are working on it. Don't give up. We all are working on it. We don't give up. It will automatically chant Hare Krishna, automatically it will go away. Hare Krishna will purify, whole our heart will purify. Hmm. But root cause is because I am envious of Krishna, that's why I am envious of others. If I love Krishna, I love everybody. Srila Prabhupada loved Krishna, that's why he was loving everybody. Right? So that's why it is. So that's why watering root of the tree, then all the branches and leaves are automatically satisfied, physically nourished. Right? It's okay?
Thank you.
Okay, anything else, Prabhu? I think is you are all waiting for prasadam. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Thank you, everybody. Srila Prabhupada ki jai ho.